Hi, I'm Tom Sommers with Coldwell Banker Burnett. Today I'd like to talk about what makes your offer look good to sellers. We've covered different things in my podcast, the First Time Homebuyers podcast with Eric McKenna, as well as some of the stuff I've done here on my own, talking about being pre-approved and picking your lender and all of that. So I'm going to skip that. I want to get just to the heart of the matter today, which is how can I construct that offer for you to make you look good to sellers, especially in a multiple offer situation. I had a buyer just last week that was caught up in a multiple offer situation. We looked at the comps. He made the decision that the most he wanted to do was a full price offer, which I fully supported because of the comps that we had pulled. We knew we were up against two other offers, but what I said to him, because he's like, what can I do to make it look its very best? I said, well, you're really kind of doing it. Number one, you are putting 20% down, you're conventional, and you're paying your own seller paid closing costs, and you're very flexible on the closing date. Those are some of the key points. But what I want to mention to you more than that, because to me it doesn't matter if you're FHA or conventional. Obviously conventional is going to work better for a lot of people because you're putting more down and you look like a stronger buyer. But having said all that, we ended up getting the contract, and I talked to the listing agent, and she was kind enough to share with me that one of the other offers was $20,000 higher than my client's. But the reason they chose my client's offer was A, the way that the offer was written, and secondly, they too were concerned about an appraisal. The last thing the sellers want to do is take an overpriced offer knowing that it won't appraise, because then all of the power shifts to the buyer, who can then come back and demand all these other things and beat the seller down on price. So they opted to go with what they consider to be the safe bet, which is the solid, well-written offer with 20% down and paying their own closing costs. How you word the offer and what you do is very important. I'm not saying you can't do FHA. I'm just simply saying the more you put down, the larger earnest money you have, and the more flexible you are on closing time, the better off you're going to be, because they will consider this. Now, granted, in some cases there are some people who are just literally looking at their bottom line. But if they're working with an agent who is very savvy on the listing side, they'll give them all the choices and present all the offers, but they'll also say, well, look, you've got 3 or 4 here in front of you. My worry is that this one's overpriced for what we thought the market would bear. There are some agents who will purposely bring in an offer that's a lot higher, hoping that the appraisal will come back low, so then they can start to renegotiate. So by offering a higher price, they've scared all of the other potential buyers away in the mind of the seller. So I don't believe that's a good strategy. I always believe put your best foot forward, make your best offer your first offer, and that more often than not is going to win you a house over your competitors. If you have any questions, please feel free to give me a call or email me. I'm working in the Minneapolis-St. Paul metro area. Happy to help you out with any buying or selling needs. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you again next week.